And welcome back again, ladies and gentlemen, to another exciting episode of the Lost Podcast of Titan, a father and son journey through the sci-fi series that unite our generations, where we watch and provide commentary, at least for a few more episodes.
And then, oh my, free at last, like God Almighty, we're free at last.
This experiment, as interesting as it's been sometimes, we really should have just gone with the tried and true. We watch it and then we give our review and thoughts after the episode, rather than try and do it during the episode. But that's okay.
To correct the situation eventually.
That's fine. Yes, we're going to finish out Star Trek, the original series here, season 3. Then we're going to give y'all all a special treat, and then do a little review of season 3, and then maybe the series as a whole. Maybe we do that as one episode, maybe two. And then we'll jump into the animated series, where we can probably rapid fire those, considering they're only a half hour long each.
Yeah.
And they're Funimation, so it's not like the animation is going to be top notch or anything. Although that'd be like, what if an anime studio tried to do some Star Trek?
I would love to see that.
Yeah, I mean, like Paramount has done proper animated movies before, right? I can't think of any off the top of my head, but I mean, how expensive could it be? Just, $50 for some paper, a couple $100 for some pens and pencils, hire a couple of Koreans.
A couple of Koreans. You and you, come on.
Just any Koreans. They all animate. It's fine.
It's like what New Zealand is now nothing but a large film set, correct?
This is true. It is. But I mean, come on. They brought it on themselves. They turned their entire plane into Gollum, didn't they?
Yeah.
Oh.
I think you can still go and get special tours of all the places where the Lord of the Rings was filmed.
You know they do. It milks every last dollar.
I think someone down there has actually made a home to look just like Bilbo's place.
Well, to be fair, that was a comfy-looking home.
Yeah, well,
like
actually, yes.
This whole bullshit of living under a hill, oh, so homely, so earthy, so minute. Like, that place just looks so comfy. Like, imagine during a major storm or anything, you just in your hobbit hole, having yourself some third dinner.
No leaks.
Of
course, you got to worry about the Saxville Bagginses breaking in.
Or dwarves suddenly coming in and breaking all your dishes, because that's what you really hate,
And eating. In fact, you hate it so much you can put it to music.
But today, ladies and gentlemen, we are still in Star Trek The Original Series. We are in the home stretch. We are almost there. Today, we are going to be watching Requiem for Methuselah, which has a mention of Rigelian fever, which I don't know if it's just me, but I think that's been mentioned before and after. Like, it's a common, oh my god, there's an outbreak of Rigelian fever on planet X. We have to go help them or some shit like that. Have they done this before and after?
And they've had diseases and stuff there, and then they have to practice social distancing. And
no, I mean like Rigelian fever.
That's what I'm looking up right now. It sounds familiar.
Yeah, it does. Like, it's the go-to, hey, we have the fever, and the only cure is more cowbell, Enterprise has to deliver some horse meats.
It showed they used it in Enterprise.
No, it doesn't count. I'm sorry.
Original series mention was in this episode.
Yeah. What about Next Generation?
I'm not showing anything for Next Generation or Deep Space Nine, but it does. Maybe it's because Rigel is a common enough name for the major star that you automatically think it's a common disease. Frankly, I would think that the Enterprise, I mean, don't they have dysfunction in the transporter? Well, no, if they did, then
where they
identify. But it just hit me if they
Yeah, because I know what you're talking about. They have mentioned every now and again where the transporter will, it'll screen out known bacteria and diseases, but they only mention that a couple of times and when the plot demands it, uh,
Something
because
sneaks on board.
because like that is
Yeah.
that is a common issue where the plague has entered the ship.
Yeah.
But anyway, everyone go ahead, put us on pause, and hopefully come back to us later. When you have found on your favorite physical media or streaming service, Requiem for Methuselah, come back to us.
Actually, I consider it a halfway decent episode, so it's not going to be a.
Listen, I'm holding you to it, all right? You were really excited when I brought up let's watch Star Trek the original series, like the pinnacle of sci-fi here, and this is, sir, you should have warned me.
Oh.
At least we're not watching Under the Sea or whatever the fuck that was. Anyway, 5, 4, wait. Go ahead. 3, 2, 1. Yeah, let's play.
I thought you were going to say Thunderbirds are go, but
5, 4. I really need to get a soundboard so that whenever we say one of those numbers, it just comes out. Bum.
yeah. And they can't synthesize Ritalin. They can synthesize everything else.
It's one of those things that's too complex. Like they can't synthesize dilithium.
Huh.
And to be honest, this is one of those things where if they hand wave it away, I'm fine. Like, oh, we can't replicate that. Because really all they're replicating is simple proteins, which is what food is, for
True.
easily broken down. And why are these people down here getting the Ritalin?
Couldn't they beam down more people?
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
Open fire. Episode's over. On the next thrilling episode.
You'd lose your mind if that actually happened. Oh, that was unfriendly.
I would do it as one of those. That has got some shitty aim. One of those shorts, where they try and be, deep, meaningful concepts, expressed in 5 to 10 minutes. Mine would just be 2.5 minutes. Beam down. And that is that probe. What was the probe? Nomad?
Nomad.
Yeah.
It is rather clumsily put together, as a matter of fact.
I am recording, aren't I? Yes. Okay. Sorry, I have those, issues. I'm going to get a second monitor one of these days. Yes, we can. Easily. It's my Ritalin.
And you're not dressed for this planet.
Whoa. The fuck? Is that allowed? Is the Federation declaring war on this one planet just for the Ritalin?
Right. Well, Kirk is prepared to go that route. And I think they're trying to emphasize just how serious the situation. I imagine if we had the Enterprise, if we could see inside the Enterprise right now, there might be crew members just, coughing up a lung lying in the corridors.
Cough. It's all right. Some horse paste will fix that right up.
Oh! You're bound and determined to make me toss my cookies.
Listen, every fucking zombie movie for me has now been ruined. I used to be able to sit down, kick back, and laugh at all the stupid people in the zombie movies. No one could be that stupid. No one.
And now all you got to do is, look at the local news or something.
Oh my God.
I mean, I'm going da-da-da-da-da.
Governor of Texas opens schools during the zombie outbreak.
Oh!
Oh.
2 moons that close to the planet, the tides must be a bitch.
Must be why they're so far inland. What?
And he didn't even ask why.
Well, it's Scotty. He's like, finally. I've always wanted to fire my phasers.
I do like that outfit he's wearing.
I can dig it. It's not bad. It's got a cape. That's a plus.
No capes!
Also, why is Kirk doing the whole 4 deaths? Why not just beam up and then open fire?
That's a thought.
All right, did he give a reason why he's not wanting to give up the right Talon? It's just beyond that it's his.
He's reminiscing.
Well, I know that, but
The guy there is James Daly, a veteran television actor. You name it, he's pretty much been in it.
and that Nomad probe is literally just being carried off by strings.
Yeah. But you can understand why the problem dealing with...
Whoa, what the fuck? This
is pretty good for himself.
Well, I don't think that was in the original episode, was it?
No.
That was an impressive matte painting. Well, I don't think it's a painting, but you know what I mean.
I'd get lost in a place like that.
I'd also get bored.
Yeah.
Uh-oh. Legasp.
Huh.
She shall fall in love with Kirk, for she has seen no other man other than this old shit. And who makes the brandy? M4, clearly.
Well, why don't you go start work?
I like him best. The what?
Subdimensional physics.
Yes, motherfucker. See the marching band behind me with the giant red sign saying, yes, motherfucker, I'm lonely, and you are... This is Stockholm Syndrome here. Oh, Lord. This has never worked out. Never in the history of man getting down with a woman has a man imprisoning a woman ever worked out well.
Jack Sprat.
Who the fuck is Jack Sprat?
He locked his wife in a pumpkin shell, and there he kept her very well.
That's a children's rhyme.
So,
and
this is a fictional story.
Oh, Lord. I can only suspend my disbelief so much here. I thought alcohol wasn't good for Vulcans, wasn't it?
Spock is listen to this.
Hmm. Fear. Oh, that would be scary. Oh, damn. What if? Okay, holy shit. Episode plot point. The Enterprise or whatever crew in question comes across a a derelict Vulcan ship that has been basically completely hammered at. All the crew are dead on board, and when they get on board, they realize that all the Vulcans were absolutely and completely terrified before they died, and there's no information on what actually happened to them.
Well, we kind of had something like that in the Immunity Syndrome, where that entire Vulcan crewed ship died, and the Vulcans experienced intense shock.
Well, yeah, well that's surprise. I'm talking about fear.
Oh, okay.
We didn't
Right.
check the planet before we beamed down.
Apparently not, and I guess they can get one of their crew members to crawl painfully and disease-ridden to the computer and run the search.
God damn, they are trying so hard with only $10 budget.
Well, I think they blew a lot of their budget here on set design, set decoration.
I'm sure they had all of this just hanging out. Behold, a blonde. You are now helpless. Da-da. She's after Spock, you know. Stop cock blocking, goddammit.
Hello, Reyna.
My
No, he
wife.
didn't mean that.
What? I thought it was 1950s automobiles and shit like that. I
But
mean, I mean, leaning over
what? That's
to
that.
the hottie in question and whispering the carburetors of a 1950s Oldsmobile in Chicago during gangland mafia rule.
And she goes, "Take me."
Panty dropper.
Yeah, that's why you're divorced.
Oh Lord. And Scotty is married and philandering around. Scotty. Oh.
The way James Daly is playing this character, he would have made a great Vulcan.
Oh yeah. Beady-boop, beady-boop, beady-boop.
Right?
Oh, now we have the multicolored
That's right.
spray bottles.
Hot sauce, mustard, guacamole sauce. For reasons which escape me completely, someone thought an overhead shot was necessary.
And couldn't steady the
Really?
fucking thing. They couldn't afford a crane, so they had to have the guy carry the heavy ass fucking camera. Because this is the 1960s cameras where it was the size of a small Buick. Also, I would point out that you threatened to
Exactly.
vaporize me not an hour and
Yeah.
a half ago. He cannot play pool or something, so she has to
Oh,
guide
he
his
knows
stick
how to
with every
play
shot.
pool, but this way he gets, to have her cuddle up to him.
It'd be hilarious if he did chopsticks. Dun, 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 dun,
Which is a
dun, dun, dun,
complex
dun.
Vulcan tune.
Oh, of course.
Is that
That's not how you put down a pool cue.
greenhorn?
It's like it warps the wood. What sort of bullshit is this?
Leaves chalk marks on the table.
I'm surprised they managed to hide the strings. They usually weren't able to do that on the remasters.
True. I mean, as you know, I watch remastered Jerry Anderson episodes, and those strings are really visible
Oh,
there.
listen. You brought that on yourself, okay? Besides, the superior Jerry Anderson
Here it comes.
product is Terrorhawks, okay? Where there were no strings. Except the ones to my heart.
I want to see 6 inches of daylight between you two.
What the fuck is this 6 inches of
Oh, it's
daylight
an old,
bullshit?
boys and girls would get together between dances. I mean, get together for dances, and there'd always be some teacher saying, I want to see 6 inches of daylight between you two.
All of a sudden, the children of Eden come out from around the corner. Go into Eden, yeah. Oh, this is in the place. Sorry.
Sorry, we got
Moving
here
on.
early. We'll go back and tune our instruments. Well,
Whoops.
Well, then you're screwed, aren't you?
Mm-hmm. Cool. I can't read music, and I never learned how to play the harpsichord.
Oh, yeah,
How
he
the
would,
fuck
wouldn't he?
do you
And read some more music. I mean, yes, it's an interesting point, but not. It's not interesting enough to hold Kirk's attention.
Also, let's be fair. If they're not really kind of concerned about why this dude and his wife slash daughter, whatever the fuck
Wife.
they assume she is here by themselves in a giant castle full of precious and unique artwork. They've done this before. This never ends well. I mean, I'm waiting for the guy to jump out in the Napoleonic outfit and go, "Are you going to challenge me to a duel?"
I need to go back and check. I think that piano that Spock was playing was the one they used in that The Squire of God.
Well, of course, they only have one harpsichord in Paramount Studio backlot.
I mean, I can see a lot of props from other episodes.
Also, I'm always amazed at what they think is the sci-fi advanced-looking chairs of the
And
future. That hurts my back just looking
that's
at them.
that's one of the things I dislike about Voyager. The chairs in the Voyager conference room.
What?
You've seen the
Really?
briefing room chairs in Voyager. Those really look uncomfortable.
Hold on. Voyager conference room. Images. Oh, the briefing room. Here we go. Nope, they got that smaller back lumbar support thing
I don't
going
know. It
on.
just my back starts to hurt looking at those chairs. By the fact that I've been close to you so far this episode, and you haven't yet tried to grab a boob.
Yeah, really. Give him
Okay.
time though.
Is that thing in her hair solid, or is it just some flexible material?
It's probably a
Hmm.
clasp. It's just,
They managed to find or build a clasp with the same style as the overall outfit. And it was designed by Johannes Brahms.
originally
Yes.
manuscript. Kirk. Kirk.
Okay,
Kirk.
this
God
is
damn it.
yes, all innocent.
Okay. Well, still. Oh, Lord. Dun-dun.
Good lord, she has long eyelash.
Mm-hmm.
Shouldn't it be out collecting Ritalin?
Yes, it should. It's inoperative. Remember, you dipshit?
It's not being held up by wire. I think it's being moved from below.
Oh, yeah? Oh, yeah, I think you're right, yeah. D-
Wait, his phaser suddenly worked?
How is his phasers? Yeah. Why did he let him get reactivated in the first place?
Really?
Like, look at this
The
place.
Mall of America isn't that big.
Unauthorized
Predictable.
but predictable. Oh. No, it's not being
Huh.
pushed. See?
But yeah, it's obviously
And
wobbling.
it's wobbling. You should have just called it Robbie. Come on now.
MGM might have had issues.
MGM would have been thrilled. Rent out Robbie for $50 a weekend.
Oh, I think it cost more to lent out Robbie. Otherwise, it's okay.
That's very
Really.
comforting.
Attend.
Huh.
Tough titty.
Seriously.
Well,
Thought it was obvious. God damn, the computer took this long?
well, Kirk hadn't had a chance to ask.
Apparently, you can purchase an entire planet.
Well, you got people today who buy islands, so I guess in the future.
Dun, 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 dun.
Uh-oh.
Brilliant, sir. Brilliant.
Numerous
Yes.
times. How would she know?
Oh, fair enough. Yeah.
I mean, he could have been lying to her all this time, and then I will destroy them. I'll blast a ship out of orbit when they leave. All right, but that has even yeah, I know we're in the future and stuff, but that has to be possible. Even the Federation memory
Yeah.
banks could not possibly have information on every single person on every single world in the Federation.
Oh, maybe they. Well, I mean, how else could they do taxes?
They would have the planet handle the taxes, and then report. The planet would report to a central agency. Yeah, I'll bet. Scram, Spock. Papa Bear is taking over here. Oh, come on. Just one kiss and he's willing to go belly up?
Also, she doesn't, strike me. I mean, she's lovely and all, but there have been far lovelier.
Females on Star Trek, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, she had appeared on Route 66. Maybe that's her attraction.
Be Still My Heart, Route 66.
Listen, there was a time when, in order to be considered hip, you had to watch Route 66.
Why exactly did you have to watch
in
Route
order
66?
to be considered hip, because it was a hip show.
No, I mean, because of the hip show. I need you. What the
Really?
fuck? Wait, okay, is he like infected with Rylian fever or
Or those
whatever?
Elatian tears?
Because this is a little bit extreme even for Kirk here.
I mean, it couldn't have been that long that he hasn't had a female. Putting it bluntly here. Well, phaser it.
Dun-dun. Oh, okay, that makes sense. He's the captain and McCoy's the
Yeah.
doctor, so okay. That's logical. Very well, I'll let it pass. But is it good? Can you scan it? What's this? Oh my god! Antenna! Lay shock. Lay
Well,
disbelief.
I know it's been a while since you've seen this episode. Uh, were you not expecting a plot twist like this?
I was expecting it when M4 just sort of came out back
Yeah.
out of nowhere.
So Flint's running a shiksamat. Not,
Really?
I mean,
I mean, really?
some people's definition of perfect.
Thanks, McCoy. An android again.
You're gonna harp on that, aren't you, Spock?
All the names.
Oh shit!
And this is where they got the idea for a Highlander.
That might be. I was thinking also of Vandal Savage.
Surely, no upstanding sci-fi writer would sully their reputation by stealing a plot point from a comic book.
Oh, really? Truly?
Mm-hmm.
But my problem with this premise, I'm sorry,
Yeah.
a lot of the people he mentioned, their lives have been documented in exquisite detail.
Yeah, and
He couldn't have been all those people and just quote move on unquote or just suddenly appear out of nowhere.
what makes you say that?
We know all the detail. We know a lot of the details, for instance, of Da Vinci's early life,
Do we?
enough to convince me that Flint couldn't have just come up and say, "Oh, by the way, I'm Leonardo da Vinci. Let me start painting."
Well, yeah, but we're just going off basis of uh, somebody had an account of Leonardo da Vinci, and we take that as fact.
I take it as enough fact to make this suspicious to me, to my satisfaction. And also, the roles he takes in later, more contemporary times, that would be difficult to be a, quote, famous person, unquote. Say, for instance, that, oh, what? Clear the area and inform Starfleet Command while you're suffering from a plague. That is one of the studio models we're seeing there.
Oh, okay. I'm about to say that's a pretty nifty little toy.
Wait,
Yeah, I know. I know. Yes.
I'm obviously seeing a female in the front shots, but this is a male in the rear shots.
Restore my crew.
And they'll still have Rigelian fever or whatever.
Also, let's be honest here. If he wanted to be left alone, he could have just given them the right talent.
Or did a better job of hiding himself.
Yeah. Hatred. Give me back my crew. Da-na.
And his earlier comment to Kirk that he couldn't love an android. I don't know. A lot of people seem to be fond of Mr. Data. So
Mr. Data, and let's also be perfectly honest here. Falling in love with androids is a recurring theme in the original
yeah,
series here.
and also with other authors. Oh,
How? Like, my dude, it hasn't even been 12
really?
hours.
Ooh, good one, Spock.
Punch. Kick.
One must also consider that if Flint is who he says he is, he's probably picked up all sorts of martial arts over the centuries.
Exactly. Also, where's M4?
That's a good point. Well, sorry, lady. And those,
Okay, like, if there's... if
no,
Go
those two
ahead.
guys are just going to stand there and not.
Oh, yeah, that's also a good point. To oblivion. To death. To dream. To sleep. Oh, to sleep, perchance to dream. Ah, yes, that is the rub.
I think she's already been rubbed, but that's another issue altogether. I need an upgrade.
Oh. And also, there was no explanation given as to why Mr. Methuselah over there is immortal.
A mutation.
Also, like, he's old too. Like, come on.
Is choice a human right?
Yes.
Really?
Yes. Every human has the freedom to choose to obey. I'll just let you stir on that for a little while. So it was a line I wrote a while back. You have the freedom to choose correctly.
And hope. What the hell was that?
Sorry,
Oh, okay.
I took a sip. My apologies. I keep a large a glass jar, not a jar of water, but like it's a water bottle made of glass, so it keeps
Oh,
cold
okay.
really well. And since it's glass, I just wash it out and reuse it. So hold on, there was no mental mind control or trickery that brought Kirk to fall madly in love with this woman in
Apparently
15
not.
minutes.
Put a new power pack in her or something.
Also, you have an upgrade on the table
Really?
right behind you.
Oh, hell, even Data could adjust quicker than that.
Well, Data had the power of a
True.
MacGuffin. Seriously? He really did fall in love with her in
Yeah,
15 minutes. God
really.
damn. Who wrote this piece of shit? And what else did they write? Because obviously they'd never been in a relationship before.
Written by our old friend Jerome Bixby.
What did they write again?
Several very good Twilight Zone episodes and a couple of other episodes of Star Trek, the original series. And my computer is kind of slow right now. Here we go. Mirror Mirror by Any Other Name, Day of the Dove. Mirror Mirror got him a Hugo Award nomination. Oh, he also wrote the original story for the movie Fantastic Voyage.
Hmm. And of course, none of this will ever be brought up again. There'll be no reference to it. Also, should we tell him that Jesus is on another planet or was on another
Or is
planet?
actually serving as an ensign upon the ship.
Ensign Jesus.
If someone hits a hammer on their hand and someone goes, Jesus Christ! And Ensign Jesus says, yes. Could you just once get off Spock's back?
Well, considering, how often Spock doesn't get off
Oh, that's
McCoy's
true.
back. Good night, Jim. Like, get the fuck over it. Oh my god.
Well, hold that thought.
Oh, we're gonna have another flash of 1,000 fan ships here as Spock comforts his friend. Also, this is really unethical. Okay, so Spock mind raped Kirk. Good to know.
It brings up a question. If Spock effectively... Oh, we're just going to go right into the Space Hippie episode?
Wait, what the fuck? It just did that by itself. We're saving Space Hippies for next episode.
I thought the episode after the next episode.
No. Space Hippies are next.
Battle in Outer Space, cough.
No. No. We have to. For one thing, I want to get Wave Eden over with, but this is perfect because the rest of the episodes gets us up to 99, and then the 100th is our special treat for our listeners. And then we'll do Battle of Outer Space eventually.
Okay, but the point I was going to make before we were distracted was that
yes,
if Spock was successful in erasing all the memories of Reyna Caput out of Kirk's mind, then how was
Yeah. Okay. I lost you for a second. It's okay.
If Spock was successful in erasing all memories of Reyna out of Kirk's mind, then how was Kirk able to do the log entries later on? Unless he was doing them in camera, as to use a phrase. And also, he would have to go back, and to really make it effective, he would have to go back and alter the ship's log entries, do the same thing to McCoy, Scotty, Uhura, everyone else who discussed Flint.
Well, what if they didn't discuss erase Flint, just Reyna?
Okay, that
where only Spock and McCoy are aware of Reyna, and they don't bring it up because
Spock would still have to take care of Scotty because Scotty did that computer search for Reyna.
Oh well.
Okay, but
I'm more curious about how many times he's actually done this.
You're thinking did he test out the other Reynas on different male visitors?
No. I'm talking about Spock just erasing unpleasant things from members of the crew.
That's interesting. Probably unethical as hell, but...
No, the whole thing was unethical.
It would make an interesting episode, though. What if Vulcans had a secret imperative in their dealings with, quote, emotional beings, unquote, to surreptitiously juggle their memories and such?
That could work, or that would be interesting. Especially if they find, the breadcrumbs left behind and realize that Spock has been mind-wiping members of the crew just for various reasons that he won't reveal due to, a Vulcan directive which cannot be
Nurse Chapel
ignored.
Suddenly has a thought. Did I take Spock some dinner late at night a few weeks ago? I seem to have some kind of memory.
Oh Lord! What if a Vulcan really is an asshole? Just assaulting everyone left and right, but then he mind wipes them so that he can pretend to be purely
So you're
logical.
saying it's possible? It could be possible for a Vulcan to be non-emotional but still be an asshole.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Definitely.
Okay. Well, despite our little objections here, I felt that this episode was a step above the usual things we've been seeing recently in the original.
And oh god, yes.
In fact, I'd give this a B+.
I will give it a B+ as well.
Oh my goodness.
Just because it was way better than Lights of Zetar, that which survives, Mark of Gideon. Like the last decent one was Let That Be Your Last Battlefield, and even that was sort of
doing the research for this, I came across an interesting story. James Daly and Louise Sorel, who played, Flint and Reyna, they had no idea of what Star Trek was, and they thought the premise was a little silly. They were stage-trained actors, and they were talking about it between themselves, asking, why are we doing this? And I forget who said it, but replied, Christmas money, Christmas money, Christmas money.
uh, that's cute.
Anyway, as has been announced, next podcast is The Way to Eden, better known as the Space Hippie
to
episode.
Oh
Finally!
God, yes. Star Trek the musical. Oh no.
Oh!
I think I remember this well enough to I think this may have been the one I just fast forwarded through because the whole premise of space hippies just it must have been obnoxious even then.
But everyone should tune in just to hear Jeremiah groan and puke. I mean, I don't feel too good about it myself, but I don't react as violently as my offspring does.
Well, I have higher taste that you've insisted I cultivate.
Yes, I insist you cultivate. I just wish I could have chopped off the branch, which involves yanking your poor father's chain.
Nope, the roots are
Apparently.
too deep. Sorry. But I hope you all enjoyed this, ladies and gentlemen, and we will see y'all again next time.
Okay, y'all behave.
Bye-bye.